5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Right, when you go into a date and you go, hey, this is all I got, man. All right? If you don't like it, tell me now. We'll do some shooters and we'll leave.
You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts.
It ain't fair. I don't care how you spin the numbers. It ain't fair.
That's an idiotic
Well, I don't
comment.
think so. I thought it was very creative and very nice.
All right, the wait is over. The Fix Radio Show with Smitty and crew. By the way, phone lines are open, 239-791-7002, 239-791-7002 if you dare. Or if you want to shoot us an email, fixradioshow@gmail.com. By the way, subscribe. I can't tell you enough. Send it to your friends, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, your kissing cousin. Send it to all of them. The more you subscribe, the more fun we have. So that's how it works. I won't ever leave you. While you want me to stay, nothing you could do that would turn me away. Hanging on every word, believing the things I heard, being a fool. You've taken my life, so take my soul. That's what you said, and I believed it all. I want you to be with me as long as you want. Liar, liar, liar. Famous words from Three Dog Night. That's right. Three Dog Night. Didn't see that coming, did you? 70s reference to Three Dog Night. By the way, folks, this has been a heck of a day. If you haven't been watching the news on the intelligence and all the hoopla with Comey. Oh, my OMG. My God. Good days, bad days. You never know. Some are good, some are not so good. And I know that the Democrats were just salivating. They were waiting. They were saying, this is our moment. This is finally our Super Bowl. This is when we get to take down the Trumpster. This was it. He stood up there and he laid an egg. He laid an egg. Now, of course, if you listen to MSNBC, they will tell you that, it's proof that Trump asked him to not do something and turn away from investigating the Russians. And they have a whole different spin over there. You turn on Fox News, and what do you hear? You hear, nothing. He didn't need to land a glove on the Trumpster. And I have a hard time buying any of it because, well, first of all, let's go over this real fast. There's a couple other guys that came up actually before, okay, and that was Dan Coates and Mike Rogers. As you know, Dan Coates and Mike Rogers, they were with the NSA, and he was an admiral, and the National Intelligence Director, Dan Coates. Both of them said that he never, ever pressured them to do anything but be legitimate, okay? So there was no pressure. There was nothing immoral, nothing unethical, not appropriate. All of those said that, except for this guy. And this guy says, it was kind of intentional. He kind of intended that. And he led people to believe that he had the impression and had hope for some things. He said, I hope you can get along with this. I hope you can let this go, is what the quote was. I hope that you can let this go, is what Trump said to Comey. And Comey, of course, said, when they talked about how great the guy was, and Flynn, and he was a war hero, which he was. And he said, okay, now that's not a directive. As much as you want to reach, Dems, as much as you want to hope that's the smoking gun, it's not. You don't get impeached for hoping things. I've hoped a lot of things in my life. Some of them I can share, some of them I can't. But Comey was just bumbling about that, and it was so sad to see that he was like bleeding his heart out. Matter of fact, it got so bad I was ready to light a sandalwood candle and tell him to sit back and relax and have a glass of wine and tell me how you really feel. Tell me how you feel, James. Because James was just very, very pathetic. He really was. And I expected so much more. I mean, if he was going to throw somebody under the bus, you would expect him to get out there and say, he sent me down. He told me, I want you to stop looking into this. We need to stop this nonsense right now. But he didn't. He never said that. That would have been it. That would have been the end of the Trumpster. He would have gone down in flames. But the Trump, even though it was a rough day for him, he wasn't like trashed so totally bad that he's not going to bounce back. Now, I do feel sorry for some of the people that surround him, though, because if you know Trump, he's not going to sit back and let this go. Oh, no. I think Spicer's gone. A couple other guys are gone. And I can't blame him, because if it's one thing the president has to have, God forbid you want loyalty. God forbid you ask somebody who's running the CIA or the NBC, right? CIA or FBI or somebody or the National Intelligence Agency. God forbid you're the president of the United States and you say to them, hey, look, I need some confidence in you. I need to know that you're on my side. I need to know that you're loyal with me. I need to know that you're with me 100%, because this is some serious hoopla we're going through. Some serious crap, and I need to know that you got my back. And if you can't give the president your back, resign. Sign the paper and say, this is not my kind of party. I'm not going to have this. This isn't going to be crying game. I'm over with you. So that's how it's got to be. If you're the boss and you're the president, and just for the record, as much as I like Trump and I like what some of the things he's doing, I'm not thrilled with everything that he does. For once, he laid off the tweets, which, thank God. Whew, Donald, you got to lay off the tweets, bro. I mean, I hope your daughter and your son-in-law are talking to you, telling you, stop. That's the biggest thing. He's got nobody in his circle kind of watching him and kind of helping him along, because he's rogue. He is not a politician, which is very obvious. He went rogue. But now they got a guy, Bob Mueller, who's running the show now, who's looking into everything. And I think this was much ado about nothing for the Dems. I think they were hoping for a home run. I thought they were going to try to just mop him up, and they really did not. He asked for loyalty. He didn't. He now, on top of all that, as if that's not crazy enough, as if the Trumpster can't ask for some loyalty and some help because he's the president of the United States, then to come to find out, he was the one who was leaking the information to a friend who posted it on the New York Times. Are you kidding me? This is the guy running the FBI, and he's the leaker? You can't make this up, man. You can't make it up. He's the leaker. It's like, who knows? I know that you know that you know that I know that I know that you know that you know that I, and it can go on forever. But the whole time, he was handing his memos to a friend, and his friend was taking him to the New York Times, and they were posting it. And it finally came out, and I think he realized it was going to be found out sooner or later. I mean, how can you do that and not get caught, right? You get caught. And he turned out to be the leaker. So you lose a lot of credibility when you're the guy who's actually leaking the stuff. You understand me? You understand me, Comey? I mean, you're a smart guy. He's a smart guy. The guy's a super intelligent guy who went to, I don't know, Harvard or someplace. They all do. They're all great lawyers. But they miss one big element, and that's street savvy. You got to understand the rules of the street. You got to be a little double OG. You know, you got to. You got to understand that you can't mess. You know, you can't be leaking stuff and think it's not going to get out, for God's sake. What a knucklehead. You know, he should have just done himself a huge favor and just said, I'll plead the fifth. I don't think I'm going to say anything because it could indict me and I could be in a lot of trouble. And so I'll just plead the fifth. But it was all about him. It was all about him. So he got what he got. I'm sure we'll hear some more from him. Like I said, the Dems are kind of preaching the whole side that he got his punches in. I don't see anything factual that says yes, concrete. Let me know how that impeachment goes, okay, guys? Because I know that's what you're looking for. You're looking for, and our money could have been spent a lot better off than doing this. This was nothing but a witch hunt. So I'm not too worried about the Trump getting knocked off. Okay, I think he's in good shape. Now, talking about getting caught, let's talk about somebody who actually did get caught. That's that famous girl that we all know. We're going to be seeing a lot about. Reality Winner. You got to love that name. Another idiot. You got to love the name. She actually, she worked for, as you said, she worked for a subcontractor. She actually printed out the stuff that's supposed to be super secret. 24. Ain't no 24-year-old girl can keep a secret. What are you, crazy? They got to talk. Women got to talk, man. They got to gossip. Haven't you seen Wives from New York and all these other girls? A 24-year-old girl, you know, they're gonna talk. She's gonna be talking now because apparently they finally got to her. They went to her house and caught her coming off the grocery list, going home. Walked her in the house. She told her mother, "Hey, Mom, I'm in big trouble." "Yeah, you are." She said she was scared. Her defense is somebody was trying to make her do this. That's her defense now. Or I would disappear. I guess she was blackmailed. I guess that's what she's saying. Now, if it's so, and they can prove it, they can prove that she was really blackmailed, then I'll eat my words. I'll eat my words. Because, you know, a 24-year-old probably would be easy to blackmail. I mean, just ask Bill Cosby. He'll tell you how easy it is. So, you know, you can take that to the bank. She's going to be probably doing some time for a while. Let me see. She said she would not jeopardize anybody's safety. Her mother said, "I can tell you that certainly that she loves children. She loves animals. She's not a threat to anyone. She's not a violent person." It doesn't matter if you're a violent person, man. You know, WikiLeaks, Julian Assange has been locked up for God knows how long, and she's going to probably take his hot seat because now that he's been that Amsterdam's not looking for his rape charge or whatever he was charged with. But he still isn't out of the Ecuadorian embassy because he knows what's going to happen to him too. She says, "I fear that they're going to make an example out of her." Yeah, they are going to make an example out of you because you deserve it. You don't take highly classified secrets, print them out, and then send them off to somebody to speak on. What are you thinking? I mean, really, even if you're 19, 21, 25, 27, you got to know you can't do that kind of stuff. These people have to be vetted. Okay, they also found some other books that kind of kept her in touch with some interest in Afghanistan and in Iran. Of course, she speaks that language. She speaks Farsi and some other stuff, so maybe that's what it was connected to. She used to be in the Air Force, which is a good organization. I got friends and family and relatives in the Air Force. They do great. Some of them are in the Middle East right now. Salute you guys. Salute you guys. You guys are troops. But she's got to have to go and do a hard time, you know, and I really don't know what they're going to do with her. She's got 10 years she's probably going to get. She said, I'm scared. I'm fear they're going to make an example out of me, Mom. And they are. But she's a traitor, just like Snowden, just like all of them. If you do that kind of stuff, you can't claim that, oh, it's just free speech. You took a job. You took an oath to protect the country. These are secrets. I don't know what you don't understand when it says secrets. Secrets means you don't share it. Okay? You're not going to go rogue. You know, this isn't some house of cards that you're playing. This is the real deal, girl. So you're going to have to learn a hard lesson. Okay? And, you know, I feel sorry for her parents. Her parents are, you know, got to be heartbroken. I think this is what happened to my kid. I tried to raise her right, and she turned out to be a knucklehead. After all, it goes to show again, you can be super smart, super intelligent with the books. You can be able to read, write, and do math and spell right and do everything and learn languages. But if you're not street savvy, you ain't got a little bit of that double OG in you, and you don't know what it's like in the store. Look, shut your mouth. There's a lot to be said for just shutting your mouth. Don't say anything, but you can't shut your mouth. You're only a 24-year-old girl. My goodness. So that's my rant and rave about that. The next thing, I got to give this guy props, man. If anybody gets brass balls of the year, there's a guy out there that he gets brass balls of the year. Alex Honnold. Now I'm going to spell his last name. Honnold. He made an historic climb up the El Capitan. And if you didn't see this, it was absolutely frightening. I mean, death-defying. You know, I don't even get on any of the rides anymore. So just to look at this guy climb up with no rope at Yosemite National Park, the El Capitan, which is world famous. You see in pictures up there with no rope, no umbrella to hang on to, you know, no Mary Poppins coming down, no parachute, no nothing. You fall, you're done. It's over. Cash it in. This guy's got brass balls. I don't know how he ever did. I would love to talk to this guy. Are you kidding me? He did a solo climb with nothing, no gear. He's 31 years old, and it's 3,000 feet of granite. It took him about 4 hours to climb this puppy. Man, we need guys like that in the service. We need guys like that. We need guys like that. People in Afghanistan, we do. We do got guys like that. That's our Marines, boy. Nothing fears anybody worse than a 19-year-old pissed off Marine. You get them pissed off, boy, you got your hands full. So, these are the kind of guys that we have to take care of and nurture. Congratulations to him because he actually made it back alive. I'd like to see what he does next. I'm always amazed at people that got the guts to do that kind of stuff. Well, that's going to be it, I guess, for today. We're going to wrap it up. But please subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your aunt, your uncle, your cousins. Send them over. We want you to join. We got a number here. You can call up. You want to talk to me? Call me. You just don't call me a jerk, okay? Because I'll hang up on you. I got the phone here. But you can call me, send a message, fixradioshow@gmail.com, fixradioshow@gmail.com. Of course, you leave a message afterwards, 239-791-7002, 239-791-7002. More shenanigans this weekend, Saturday, probably around 11-ish, 12-ish. I got to get some breakfast and me some coffee, then we're ready to go, okay? Peace out.